I'm a little bit puffed. I'm just walking down along the high bank here so that I can get into a nice little stream and fish my way back up to the car. I'm going trout fishing and I'm going to be trying out the new Pontoon21 Tantalisa. Well, I don't know whether it's new, but it's new to me because it arrived in my tackle club box the other day. Let's go and see how it goes. Look at this before I go fishing. Have a look how green everything is here. This is a stark contrast to the Riverina. I was up at Urana and Lockhart not even a week ago and everything was brown. How lucky am I to live at the foothills of the mountains where they get a lot more rain. And something else. Cows bring me luck. I am sure that cows bring me luck. Every time I go fishing where there's cows, I end up catching fish. And I'm sure today is not going to be any exception. There goes a wombat. Just look out the corner of my eye and saw something move. A wombat ran down there into the hole. Ooh, little strike. He was way too little, I think, for the lure. I do think that small trout will take a bigger lure, but I think he was just too small. Probably only about not even 10 centimetres long, that fish. Come on, fishies. Nice cast, Robert. All the way up there to the top of the pool. Oh, something fired that out then. A real small little fish fired that out then. Got him! Yes, on the Tantalisa! I was just twitching the little Pontoon21 through the shallow water there off into a bit of a drop off. It's only a small fish, but what a ripper. I'll get my camera out and get a little picky. Rightio. Oh, there he goes. I went to get a little picky and he kicked off. I've just gone into my bag. I've got my good camera, my Canon G7X Mark II, my favourite camera. Turn it on. No memory card. I went out last week and I bought 3 16 gig memory cards, $9 each, absolute bargain, to put in the car for times when I forgot to bring my memory card. And guess where they are? They're on the bench at home. So I went to get the phone to get the photo, but he got off anyway. That little fish was only about probably that long. And he serves as really good evidence that you don't need a tiny little lure. The trout will hit a bigger lure. He hit the Pontoon21 Tantalisa and he hooked up really, really well. Just up there in the shallow water. I just cast it up sort of into that area. I was twitching it like this through the water there and he just went bang. Rightio folks, that's about all I've got time for. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit time poor at the moment, but I've been able to fish for about an hour, hour and a half. Plenty long enough to make stacks of casts with this Pontoon21 Tantalisa and give you some feedback on what my findings were. Pontoon21 Tantalisa, I'm pretty sure this is 70 millimeters. What I found, in these small streams it might be a little bit too big. I just found several little trout that were only probably 9 or 10 centimeters long shying away from it. So it's too big for the sardines, so to speak. Although I did hook that nice fish that was probably, when I say nice, he was probably not much more than 25 centimetres. He was still small, but he was big enough to take that. So smaller fish will take these, but the smallest fish might not. I found on a flat retrieve, just casting it out and reeling it in just nice and straight, it was a little bit featureless. It dove, it swam like any other lure. You could probably get the same result from a cheap lure. These are a $20 lure. Now, what I did find, and where this really come into its own, was when you just twitch that rod tip a little bit, you can pause this as it's suspending, get it to sort of dance around a little bit. And what was happening, the tail at the back was kicking out, and you could send a shimmer of light through the water, and I could see like these shimmers of silver coming through the water as I was kicking it out. So when it comes to just putting a little bit of life in the action, twitching the rod tip, this was absolutely amazing. So on the straightforward cast, nothing really special. Not great if you're in a stream with tiny little fish, but it will take anything from small and upwards. But when you impart a little bit of life in it, it is absolutely amazing, and it casts like a demon. It casts like a bullet because it's quite heavy. In fact, I found myself over casting a few times and catching up in some trees. I didn't catch many fish today. It's been a really slow day. I only saw a couple of small ones that followed it and that one that I caught. But I have absolute full faith in this lure, and I'm going to be giving it more time over, well, during the rest of this coming season. Now, just before I say goodbye, just so that you know, you can go to the Master Angler website, and I'll put a link to that below, and you can find these Pontoon21 Tantalisa, as well as the Pontoon21 Pacer, and any pontoon, pretty much any fishing gear from the Master Angler website. You can use the discount code Robbie10 and receive 10% off. How good is that? Righto folks, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not consider subscribing to my channel, because I upload videos regularly, and hopefully you'll join me on my next fishing adventure.